Can start. As an ICT department, we read through the paper, and before we are supposed to have a theme under data management and sharing, as you can see. Then the topic is spreadsheet 2, class senior 3, term 2. Then our learning domain, we shall be testing psychomotor. So we have a context here. It is saying in Kagadi Secondary School, there has been a challenge of teachers failing to track learners' performance, in bracket scores, in time. The school would wish to have a comparison of subject performance for academic improvement. The school consulted the ICT department on what to do. The teacher did some work. Then the task is, your class was selected to help the administration design the electronic ways of keeping records. Watch the video clip and see what the teacher is doing. So on the video, here the teacher designed a sample table having a number of some students, then some sample subjects, then according to the scenario, they are testing the learners' understanding of data manipulation. So in electronic ways of keeping records, here we are interested in getting preferably the performance of learners, and here it is indicated by first getting the total values of the subjects attempted in a given class, then the averages, have the grades, position, and descriptor. Then the students is supposed to also have some manipulative ways of making some adjustments to make the table and the information in the spreadsheet very neat. So here we're going to first do some of the activities. For example, in the table we're having the areas where we need to put the numeric figures, and we are going to start with the total. So here in spreadsheet, if we are to get the total for the performance of a given student in 4 subjects, because we are having 4 subjects, that is English, Math, Theory, and Ent, we shall use for the first student as an illustration, and we shall use autofill handle to give the values or the totals of each student. So for us in ICT, preferably when we are using Excel, for every formula or function, we must use equal signs. Then we put the word sum. This is a function. We put SUM. This is the sum. So we open the brackets, and we shall use the values for the subjects of one student. And now we're having equal sign the sum, open brackets. Then we're having from C3, because it is in column 3 and in row 3. So in cell reference, it becomes C3, and it is from C3 to F3. So when we get these values, we are supposed to press a closing bracket, but even if we don't put it and we press enter, then the total values shall be put. So here we shall put use an autofill handle, and this is the plus sign at the bottom right of the item that has been got, or the value that has been got, and when we double click it, it will have to bring the totals for each student. So from here, we can now calculate the average. Still we shall put equal signs, and we shall put average, and we shall type average, and the average shall be brought, and we shall also get the values of one student in 4 subjects, and we also put enter, and the average is got. So we also use the autofill handle, and we put the average. So we are going to get the grade in which the student shall be, and here we are going to use the HLOOKUP, and with HLOOKUP we shall design a table which is having some kind of criteria that is used in grading. And for us, we are going to assume that the school system will follow the following syntax in grading the student. So in HLOOKUP we shall use, preferably it is horizontal, we shall use the items in each row. So here we shall put a table related to this one, where we shall put the range of marks. For example, we say if a student is to get maybe an E, it is from 0 to a certain value, and we say this one shall get E as our maximum, because we are supposed to be having E as the last score. Then from E we shall have D. So D is here, and we say, for example, D is supposed to be by students who are below 50. So here we shall put 50. Then we say here 60. If we are to use 60, let me use this keyboard. Then I will put 6 here. Then I can add a 0 so that we say this is a C. Then 70 plus, that is a B. Then 80 plus, that is an A. Sorry, it is an A. So it means in our table array, we are meaning that for the student to get an A, must be having 80 plus, that is up to 100. Then for a B, it is between from 70 to 79. And then a C is between 60 to 69. Then a D is between 50 to 59, and below 50, that is an E. So we are going to use this table to put the grading here. And since we are using the H lookup, we said we must start with the equal signs. Then after, we shall use H lookup. We type the word H lookup. Then if it comes here, it's okay. So if it doesn't come, we put it like this, and when it comes, we just double click it and it opens. So this H lookup, we are going to grade the students based on average, and the first student is in H3. So when the H3 is written, we shall have to put a comma. And after, we shall get this table array and we highlight the whole of it. Then after selecting it, we shall put a highlight and we press function. We shall press function F4. Sorry. We shall put function F4 to put a dollar sign, and here we are putting absolute cell reference so that it does not misbehave. So here we shall have to use 2, because what we want to get displayed is in row 2. Then after, we shall close the bracket and we shall press enter. So it means this first student, who is Atuhe Michael, is in grade C. And if we are to get the grades for other students, we shall point here and we double click to put the value. So these students got the grades between B and C. So we want to calculate the position of each student. When you are grading, we use the rank. We are using rank. And when we are putting rank, we put this one. Then we double click it so that it opens. And we are ranking based on average. And the averages are in the column H. And we are ranking the first student who is in H3. And after, we shall have to put a comma. And after, we are ranking the students in average, and so it is from H3 to H10. And so we shall highlight H3 to H10. We also put function F4 to lock it. Then after locking it, we shall put a comma, and we are going to put either in ascending or descending order. And for us, let's use descending order, for example, and after we shall close brackets and press enter. So this student's position is the 7th position, and we use autofill handle to get the position of all the students. And now we're going to use it to put the descriptor. And remember, we have 3 descriptors. we have basic, we have moderate, and we have outstanding. So here we're going to use if function, and we put equal signs, and we put if. Then we are going to use a student, we are going to use the average values. Then when we use the average values, now this is H3. If H3 is greater, now we shall put a greater than sign, or equal to, now we are going to put, for example, between 70 and 80, 70 to 100, we say that one is in outstanding. Then from 50 to 60, we say that one is in moderate. Then below 50, we should say that one is in basic. Now we say if equal signs, if H3 is greater or equal to, then we put 70, then we put a comma, then you open quotation, and we say this one is outstanding. Outstanding, and we shall close quotation, and we put a comma, then we repeat if. Then here we shall not put equal signs. If, now we still use H3 is greater or equal to, then now we are having 50. Then we put 50. Then we put a comma, we open quotation, then here we put moderate. Then we close the quotation, then we put a comma. Then we open other quotations, we say basic. We close the quotation, then we close two brackets because we have two brackets opened, this one and this one. Then we shall close the two brackets and press enter. So the first student is in moderate, and we shall use autofill handle. So we have only two descriptors. Most students are in moderate, and outstanding we do not have those ones in basic. So this is how we do this. So we are called upon also to make some adjustments so that our table looks neat, and so we are supposed to put all borders to the table. And so we shall come to under home, and we use this kind of tab. Then we scroll and we look for all borders, and we click. So the work is in all borders. So after, then the word subject, you see it is above English only, yet we're having 4 subjects. So we're supposed to highlight where this title is supposed to cover, and we come to merge and center so that it is centered. And so we are also supposed to create another row at the top. As learners, we need to be creative, and we insert a new row. We also merge and center it, and we put the title. And here we can say, for example, the student marks. Simple. Then we can, for example, even highlight this, and we can, for example, increase the font. And put the font, and you can put even the color. You can format cells, and put, for example, the underline. Can put it in italics and etc. So when we are supposed also to use a graphical representation, because in the context when we have this administration, then there is a word comparison. The school would wish to compare or to have a comparison of the subjective performance for academic improvement. So here it requires us to design for example a graph. So we can highlight, for example, the first names, then we click on control, then we keep on highlighting the values of each subject. Then after, we shall click on insert. Then we can use, for example, all graphs or combined graphs. So for us, let's see, for example, click here. And now select a 2D chart. And when we click this one, now a chart has been created. So it is having different subjects. This is English, Math, CRE, and so this is what is supposed to be done. So we are supposed also to format it, and we put the access titles, so that here we put names. Then here we are supposed to put average, because we max for each subject. So this is what is supposed to be done. So here we can even move this chart, and we put it, before we move it, we can put a title, and we say this is a combined graph, or comparison graph, or multiple. You can have, for example, a multiple bar graph, multiple bar graph, graph showing students performance, and put, for example, this one. Then we put for performance in selected subjects. Selected subjects. So when I click outside, now the title is written. So now we can move this chart, and we put it maybe on another graph or on another page. So move chart, then this is, for example, chart 1, and so now this is on sheet 2. Okay. So this is the work we have gathered to correct. So learners, practice this, and you do your own when you are called upon. I thank you so much.